Hi there, and welcome to another session of Business Studies for the 11th Standard with me, Vishwanath Sir. We had previously discussed in the last week about how to get all-round development in the field of commerce. Now, this has to be taken in phases. Last week, if you remember, we had discussed about an important company called Nike. Further, we discussed another important Indian company, Reliance Industries. In fact, in this week, Reliance Industries declared its results and they were fabulous results. They have now had a tie-up with Google for the Geo platforms and they are expanding at a very good rate. Even the share prices, which was hardly 900 to 1000 some months back, has now touched the 1,800 rupee mark. In fact, it closed at 1,843 when they announced their financial results for the previous year, 2019-2020. So our journey towards improving our commerce continues. We should know certain names, we should know certain terms, we should know certain scenarios as how they work. And I promise you, with a little bit of information here and there, we are the people who could make a difference in the field of commerce. So today we shall take up a very interesting person, a very high profile investor who has made it absolutely big. He is none other than Warren Buffett. Okay, Warren Buffett is one of the main investors all around world. When he invests, the other people follow whatever he invests, and he has got technically very good knowledge about how to go about doing business, how to go about in investing particular shares and investing in particular organizations. Okay, so today we shall talk about this famous person Warren Buffett, because many of his management philosophies, many of his sayings, many of his quotings are, other too, and he is, probably one of the greatest person history has ever encountered. So let us do a little bit of research on him and talk about his greatness and how it all started off. Warren Edward Buffett was born on 30th of August 1930. He was an American investor, a business tycoon, a philanthropist who is the chairman and the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He is considered to be one of the most successful investors in the world and has a net worth of 88.9 billion US dollars as of December 2019, making him the fourth wealthiest person in the world. Buffett was born in Omaha, Nebraska. He developed an interest in business and investing in the youth, eventually entering the Wharton School of University of Pennsylvania in 1947 before transferring and graduating from the University of Nebraska at the age of 19. He went on to graduate from the Columbia School of Business, where he molded his investment philosophy around the concepts of value investing, which was pioneered by Benjamin Graham. He attended the New York Institute of Finance to focus his economic background and soon after began various business partnerships, including the one with Graham. He created the Buffett Partnership Limited in 1956, and his firm eventually acquired a textile manufacturing firm called Berkshire Hathaway, assuming its name to create a diversified holding company. In 1978, Charlie Munger joined Buffett and became the vice chairman of the company. Buffett has become the chairman and the largest holder of the Berkshire Hathaway since 1970, and he is referred to as an oracle or the sage of Omaha by the global media outlets. He is noted for his various adherence for valuing investing and for his personal frugality despite his immense wealth. Research published at the University of Oxford characterizes Buffett's investment methodology as falling within the founder's centrism, defined as a deference to the managers with the founder's mindset, an ethical disposition towards the shareholder collective, and an intense focus on the exponential value creation. Essentially, Buffett concentrated the investments shelter managers for short-term pressures of the market. Buffett is a notable philanthropist, having pledged to give away 99% of his fortune to the philanthropist causes, primarily through the Bill and the Melinda Gates Foundation. He found the giving away pledge in 2009 with Bill Gates, where billionaires pledged to give away at least half of their fortunes. Okay, so such a great person, in spite of earning billions, is ready to give away his wealth to the society. So this and much more. Let us now go into his early life and education in a little bit of detail. And of course, we know he was born in 1930. He began his education in the Rose Hill Elementary School. In 1942, his father was elected for the first of the 4 terms in the United States Congress, and after moving with his family to Washington, D.C., Warren finished his elementary school, attended Alice Dale Junior High School, and graduated from Woodrow Wilson's High School in 1947, where his senior year book reads, "Like math, a future stockbroker." After finishing his high school and finding success in his side entrepreneur and investment ventures, Buffett wanted to skip college and go directly into business, but he was overruled by his father. Buffett showed interest in business and investing at a young age. He was inspired by a book which he borrowed from the Omaha Public Library at the age of 7. That was 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. Much of Buffett's early childhood was enlivened with the entrepreneurial ventures. In one of his business ventures, Buffett sold chewing gum, Coca-Cola bottles, and weekly magazines door to door. He worked in his grandfather's grocery store. While still in high school, he made money delivering newspapers, selling of golf balls and stamps, and detailing cars, among the other means. One of his first income tax return in 1947, Buffett took a $35 deduction for the use of his bicycle and watch in his paper route. In 1945, as a high school sophomore, Buffett and a friend spent $25 to purchase the use of the pinball machine, which they placed in the local barber shop. Within months, they owned several machines in 3 different barber shops across Omaha. The business was sold later in the year for $1,200 to a war veteran. Okay, so he had his skills, he had his entrepreneur skills right at a very young age, and he continued to expand his mind on that basis. In 1957, Buffett operated 3 partnerships. He purchased a 5-bedroom stucco house in Omaha, where he still lives, for $31,500. In 1958, Buffett's 3rd child, Peter Andrew, was born. Buffett operated 5 partnerships that year. In 1959, the company grew into 6 partnerships, and Buffett met the future partner, Charlie Munger. By 1960, Buffett operated 7 partnerships, and he asked one of his partners, a doctor, to find 10 other doctors to invest $10,000 in his partnership. Eventually, the 11 agreed, and Buffett pooled in their money with a mere $100 original investment of his own. So he made the others invest more and he invested less. In 1961, Buffett revealed that 35% of the partnership assets which were invested in the Sanborn company, the Sanborn company. He explained that the Sanborn stock sold for only $45 per share in 1958. But the investment portfolio was for $65 per share, which meant that the Sanborn business was valued at a minus $20. Buffett eventually purchased 23% of the outstanding shares as an activist investor, obtained a seat for himself in the board of directors, and allied with the other dissatisfied shareholders to control 44% of the shares. To avoid a proxy fight, the board offered to repurchase the shares at fair value, paying a portion of its investment portfolio. Outstanding shares were turned in. Buffett obtained 50% return on investment in just 2 years. So that is how amazing this man called Warren Buffett is. Now we go to a term known as assuming Berkshire. In 1962, Buffett became a millionaire because of his partnerships, in which in January 1962 he had an excess of 71 lakhs $78,500, which was over $10 lakh $25,000, which belonged to Buffett. He merged these partnerships into one. He began to buying the shares of Berkshire from the Seabury Santon, the owner whom he had later fired. Buffett's partnership began purchasing shares at $7.6 per share. In 1965, when Buffett's partnership began purchasing the Berkshire aggressively, they paid him $14.86, which the company had a working capital of $19 per share. They did not include the value of the fixed assets. Buffett took control over the Berkshire Hathaway at a board meeting and named a new president, Ken Chance, to run the company. In 1966, Buffett closed down the partnership and moved into the insurance sector. And in 1985, the last of the three mills which had been the core of Berkshire Hathaway was sold. In the second letter, Buffett announced that his first investment in private business, Hochschild, Kohn and Company, a privately owned Baltimore department store. In 1967, Berkshire paid out its first and only dividend of 10 cents. In 1969, Buffett liquidated the partnership and transferred the assets to his partners, including the shares of Berkshire Hathaway. In 1970, Buffett began to writing his now famous annuals to the shareholders. He lived solely on a salary of $50,000 per year with his outside investment income. In 1973, Berkshire began to acquire the stock in the Washington Post Company. He further went to become close friends with Katharine Graham, who controlled the company and into the flagship newspaper. In 1964, SEC formally opened the investigation into Buffett and Berkshire's acquisition of Wesco Financial. Due to the possibility of conflict of interest, no charges were brought in 1977. Berkshire indirectly purchased the Buffalo Evening News for $32.5 million. Antitrust charges started instigating by its rival Buffalo Courier Express. Both the papers lost a lot of money. The Courier Express folded in 1982. Okay, so this and much more. We shall resume the journey of Warren Buffett in the next turn as we come. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath Jatan signing off.